5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Broadcasting worldwide from Painedemonium Studios in Cornwall, this is the Wal of Paine show on Phluid FM.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Wal of Paine show. We are back after a week off due to my sadly being ill with a viral infection. Sorry about that, folks, but we are back. I am Leo Bass Driver Paine, alongside the effervescent, as I've said once before, Neil Walters.
Heidi. Yes, I wasn't ill.
Yeah.
The only reason we
you might be.
I wasn't. The only reason we didn't go on air is because I can't work the rest of the system. I can only do my half of the room.
Yeah, and well, also it was actually verifiably a viral infection according to the doctor, and both myself and the Mini Driver have had it. So
I didn't want to get that.
Yeah, you don't want it. You don't. Honestly, shouts to anyone else out there because apparently it's going round. It seems to be spreading. And I'll shout outs to Dawn Lee and Claire, who are both in early, 5 minutes early. Big
Hi,
shouts
Claire
to
and Ian.
that. Excellent. Good luck. Thanks for that. How you doing?
Well, surprisingly, even though we weren't on last week, we're still busy. Unfortunately, last week as well, we did have Kai Benjamin, the Voice semi-finalist, was going to be joining us live in the studio. Unfortunately, even across Zoom, he didn't want to catch a viral infection. But he's going to join us.
I was literally laid out. I remember I was phoning Neil last week, and I literally couldn't say a word without coughing horrendously.
Yeah.
So massive shouts to Kai. Sorry about that. We will get that rescheduled, and
he's coming back in December. We've already got some dates penciled in for him. Also, if you missed out there the Jack Ryder show, which was a brilliant laugh in the studio, and apparently for everybody who tuned in and listened had great fun, Jack is going to be back. We've had text confirmation that he's, as we talk, checking his diary to squeeze us in.
Good to have you back. Yeah.
Hopefully before we end season 2 as well, which will be Christmas, we're going to get independent filmmaker and all-round nice guy John Puckey is going to come on and talk to us. Hi John, he sent me an email today as well. Next week we've got Scarlett Van Crasher Hills Brooks, as she's now known. She is definitely going to make it next week, and we're going to do movie night next week. So anybody that's watching, we'll put it up on Insta, we'll put it up on Facebook. Send us your favourite movie tunes. We'll talk about movies and media with Scarlett.
Looking forward to that because I've got a few good movie tunes.
Yeah, well, I thought it'd be right up your street for a few movie tunes. We've got.
We might even have time for a bit of Vangelis then, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, good stuff.
Vangelis and Van Halen and all things Van Helsing. Vangelis, it's a bit like that band we had with can't remember now. Going back along, we'll think of that during the break. But I was going to say we've got
punchlines to that joke pending.
We got the Andy Quick video coming up, following our superb column in the Cornish Times. Hello, Zoe at the Cornish Times.
The Cornish Times. You can check that out now, can't you? It's in this week's Cornish Times.
It's in this week's Cornish Times. We've got a rock project short coming up. Not even to mention tonight, we've got great new music. We've got a fabulous quiz sent in by Rufus Periwinkle. We've got I Set It, I think, a brilliant TrakLink. We've got lots to talk about. We've got all sorts going on. We've got a great Tipple of the week this week as well, which is something a little bit different. And I was just going to say, Leah, for anybody out there who tries to catch up or imitate what we do on this show, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to catch us.
Damn right, yeah. You also got to work through fever and flu and all else.
I was going to say, in fact, you've got to stay up all night, which is pretty much what this guy does.
Pretty much, yeah. That's probably how I ended up with that viral infection, to be honest.
But we are on it. We're all over it. We're trying to get all that in before we close season 3.
Yes, indeed.
Opening there also, I will say at the top of the show, I completely changed that out. My youngest Claire put me onto that band. For anybody out there just listening to that opening track, Living Darfur is the name of the song. The band are called Mattafix, Mattafix. If you like what you heard at the start of that show, and you like what did I just say? They're very much like
Morcheeba.
Very, very Morcheeba-y vibe. There's reggae, there's rap, there's all sorts going on. I've started checking through their back catalogue. I'm now a Matterfix fan. I'm hooked.
Excellent, yeah. I will check it out more. Like I say, I have a strong feeling, we were talking just before the show about them, I have a strong feeling Rick Beato mentioned them, so yeah, I'll check them out, yeah.
But all of that to come. Let's have a couple more tunes, Leo. Keep the music going. Save your throat.
Yeah.
Here's a little tune by Clean Bandit,
Clean
which is
Bandit.
called Drive. Yeah, very, very nice. Then I think we'll have a bit of Dominic Fike. We were talking about him the other week when Robin was sent us a tune in, and I got the Dominic Fike one queued up and was disappointed that it wasn't that one, so I put it in this week.
Excellent, cool. Yeah, I mean, we've got so much backlog, haven't we? We've got so many tunes we haven't managed to play yet.
I know, but there you go.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Let's play.
Well, that's a bit of a banger right there, isn't it?
I love that song. It's a happy song, isn't
Great
it?
track, I like that.
3 Nights, Dominic Fike.
Yeah, Dominic Fike.
We got a request in, Leo, from
Yes,
Claire and Ian.
We do, and it's from the band Annie's Okay, which I think we have mentioned. I think either I've played or we have played on this show. Certainly on one of our shows, I've played some Annie's Okay. And the song Unaware by Annie's Okay.
I seem to remember that when we had Jason in doing our King Creature feature, that we asked the singer, I can't remember his name, is it Phil? Was in a band before King Creature, and I think, did Claire come in and say it was Annie's Okay, was his band before, or have I got that completely wrong, Claire? I might have that completely wrong.
Claire,
because, we've been off air for 2 weeks, and a
Well,
week's a long
we're
time
on,
in politics, but 2 weeks is twice as long in radio.
Yeah, and we're on week 22 or 23 right now in total, so we've done quite a lot of these.
We have.
Almost a whole 6 months, I think.
But whilst you're chattering away, Leo, and introducing everybody to where they can track us down, and also thank you to everybody who's re-watched and re-listened, because, get this, we are up to...
Oh, you're getting that guy
he's got to come out. How many re-watches have we had?
We're just about coming
Hang
up
on.
to...
He's keen.
He is keen, yes. We're coming up to 2,000 watches of our videos on YouTube. Indeed, yes. And
Sorry.
yeah, no,
That's
it's
good.
actually kind of amazing, really. Like we're
2,000
fast
people have watched
approaching
us.
2,000, yeah, and
Unless one person's watched us 2,000 times, that's not so impressive.
yeah, no,
And a little
not
bit
quite as much.
stalky.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, but no, it is actually verifiably getting up there towards the 2,000 mark. So thank you very much to everyone out there for tuning in, and it gives, as Neil says, ample opportunity to say, if you would like to check out any of our shows, this show, previous shows, get on over to fm.fluidrecords.co.uk or vision.fluidrecords.co.uk, where you can watch, listen and engage again anytime you want, any device, anytime. You don't need any apps. You don't need any cookie nonsense. You don't need any data protection checks or any nonsense like that. Just get onto fm.fluidrecords.co.uk, vision.fluidrecords.co.uk. You'll find everything you need right there. And we're over 170 radio shows now, and I think over 70 video shows. And of course, vision.fluidrecords.co.uk. This Saturday, we will be previewing the Andy Quick Vision Live, which... I
watched a bit of that today. I'm about halfway through it, and I have to say, even though it's ours, it's good.
Yeah, even myself, I was watching it back and just finding it's a very easy watch. It's something because it embodies the performance, obviously, which was at the Box in Plymouth on the 28th.
Hello, the Box.
Hello, the Box. Yeah, thank you for letting us just wander in and do that. Thank you very much indeed.
Where's your tickets? We're with a band.
Yeah, you know how little I ever want to say that?
I know.
I just shuffled into the corner with a bag and waited for a second, then just shuffled past.
I just wandered straight in with Andy, and they didn't say anything.
Yeah, I love how the guy was like, "You all right there?" It's like, "Yeah, bye, gone." And he's just like, "Okay."
You know you've arrived when you don't get asked for a ticket. Actually, me and Andrea, my wife Andrea, we went to see Tankus the Henge on Saturday as well, up at the social. And of course, because I kind of know Alex from up at the social, I walked in and I was like, "Oh, do you want to see the tickets?" He's like, "Nah, you're all right."
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, there you go. We're on the guest list in there almost."
Excellent.
I mean, we weren't. We did buy the tickets, so it's not quite like being on the guest list. But
it was nice, isn't it?
Semi-guest list.
Yeah, it's a good look.
It was a lovely feeling.
But yeah, so like I say, it's got the performance obviously, but it's also got the exclusive interview that we had, and it's a good long one. It's actually like in-depth interview with Jack and Andy, and also some fantastically beautiful photography by Neil Waters.
Oh, thank you very much.
Got that
You
new lens
flatterer.
out. Well, yeah, I was saying I showed it to Lady Driver, and it's just amazing the levels that you get out of that lens because it was very low lighting in the
Good,
box.
because it was bloody expensive.
Yeah, you'd hope it would be, wouldn't you? Yeah. But no, it was quite low level lighting in the box, and the photos just come out so beautifully as well. So it's a whole multimedia experience.
Ooh.
About 55 minutes of your time,
Isn't it just?
spent in an intimate performance with the Andy Quick Band and an in-depth interview. So Saturday 7 p.m. I'll be premiering that on Phluid Vision. You can also check it out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Phluid Vision and YouTube, where I did secure our handle this week. So you now can check us out at youtube.com/@Phluid Vision.
I will
which
be
is
doing
a lot
that
easier
later.
than that massive hex code that we had before.
Absolutely.
And you can tag us as well with that. So yeah, do use the new @Phluid Vision for that.
Stalk away, people, stalk away. And as they would say on Monty Python, because Claire and Ian have requested Annie's Okay, a song called Unaware, and now for something completely different. I haven't heard this. Are you familiar with this band?
So is this Annie's Okay?
It's a bit of metal, apparently.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm pretty certain I actually played this possibly on the show I did on my own when you were off.
Oh,
way back, episode
I'm doing
2
that
or
again,
3,
so
I
I'm
think.
going to see The Cure in a few weeks, and you'll have to do the
nice.
show on your own again.
Yeah.
I feel like I abscond.
Oh, well, you never know. I might find someone to join me.
Oh, yes, get a guest in.
Yeah.
Hope they're rubbish. Unaware, Annie's Okay for Ian and Claire.
Let's go.
That was an ear-popping banger from Claire and Ian there.
yeah.
Annie's Okay, Unaware. I think I've heard that somewhere before. Does sound slightly familiar.
Like I say, I'm trying to think back. I'm pretty sure I
like
played,
it.
Not necessarily that tune, but I'm pretty sure we played some Annie's Okay. Hey, people out there, why don't you trawl back through our 170 shows on the website and see like out the 22 of them are ours. So
And then we'll go over 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What a
And
good bit of
forget as well,
marketing.
people, please do like, comment, and share and subscribe. Particularly like the subscriptions, like hit that little red button and press the little bell.
Yeah, it's all good.
It
All
really
helps.
helps us out. Yeah, great deal. Like we're trying to get this channel off the ground here. And we're doing well. We're doing well. We're up to the sprightly sum of 23 subscribers now. So
Hey.
thank you to you peeps.
We're trying to get 100 Insta followers before Christmas. I think we're up to 86, so we haven't got long to go. So if anybody out there who's listening now or listening again wants to follow us, we've just been followed by a Cure fan page as well. Not the original, not the official Cure. We're working towards that. I'll collar Bob Smith when I go and see them.
Yeah.
But they've just started following us. We've got Adam Topical, the drummer from Jack Johnson, is following us.
That's great.
I've sent him
Adam.
2 or 3 messages, and he's sent back as well.
Yeah.
Andrea, my wife, loves Adam Topical.
I love Adam Tipple, and I love him for 2 reasons as well. Because man, surname Tipple, yeah, like he's one of my favourite actors. Tipple.
Oh, there you go.
Tipple, Fiddler on the Roof.
I do know Fiddler on the
man.
Roof.
And Zarkov.
You'd be arrested for that now.
Zarkov in Flash Gordon.
I wonder if Operation U-Tree have known about Fiddler on the Roof. Anyway, that's another story. We're into TrakLink. I always press the TrakLink button, don't I? And then we digress for 5 minutes.
Yeah, because you press it at the end of the tune
I
like
do.
that we're coming out of, rather than like before the tune we're going to play for TrakLink.
I've got to work on my TrakLink link.
And I always like delay to get the lower third up.
Well,
One of
I've
these days I'll
chosen...
have time to make some new lower thirds as well.
Yeah, we'll do that over Christmas.
Yeah.
After you've opened your presents.
Yeah.
I've chosen TrakLink, so people don't start digging for who's produced it, who's directed it, who was mixing the mic sounds. My TrakLinks are normally quite simple. And this is a banger of an opener. This is Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles for your first TrakLink. Let me just pause that because I think I've hit the Bowie button.
You've hit the Bowie button again.
So Hazy Shade of Winter, the Bangles. TrakLink number 1.
Let's go. Wow.
Whoa. That snare on that track is insane. There's a trumpet in there, there's sleigh bells in there. What a track.
A good track, yeah, absolute banger.
Hazy Shade of Winter, that is
Hazy
the Bangles.
Shade of Winter, that's your first TrakLink. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if you get that TrakLink, or if you get the link between that track, the one we play at 8 o'clock and the one we play at 8:30, give us a shout in our chat rooms, or you can email us at studio@fluidrecords.co.uk with your answer, and you can win one of these lovely stickers behind me that will adhere to just about anything and will easily be removed without any damage.
It will. And we've got some new ones.
We've got some new ones as well.
We've got to take one into Clyde Mitchell. They want to update.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we will. Well, we are going to be doing another one of our Living Liscard walkabouts soon, won't we?
We are.
Yes. So,
when you're well and I'm here.
Yeah, when I'm not likely to bring everyone down with a viral infection.
Would you like us to come into your shop? Stay away, deaf man.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, we have some new ones, so we will be distributing these on our next.
They're fan-dabby-dozy, they are.
Yeah, they are lovely. Thank you very much again to A to Z for our fantastic printing.
Absolutely. Oh, Claire says she loves that song, Hazy Shade of Winter as well. Yeah. Oh, and she has an inkling on this one. You can't avoid an inkling for long.
No, definitely not.
When that inkling becomes a really suggestive tickle, you need to get it.
You know, to get Lemsip on, like I did last week. You know, that tickle soon grew into a horrendous cough.
It did. I tell you what's going on at the moment, though, Leo. Loads of fireworks.
Yeah,
because it's that time of year for bonfire night, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Rufus Periwinkle supplied us last week with a big bonfire quiz just in time for the build up to bonfire, and we didn't do the show. However, still very currently on point, because at Menheniot Cricket Ground this Saturday, which is going to be the 12th, they're having their firework night this weekend.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's apparently a very, very good one. I was reading all the reviews from last year, and apparently it is very, very
I might have to check that out,
good.
Because obviously I was ill, so I didn't get to go. The good lady driving, mini driver, went round to the one here.
Yeah, that was good last year.
Yeah, they said they had a great time. It was really good, but unfortunately, me being sick, I had to stay here. But so yeah, I might check out the Menheniot one. That would be lovely.
Yeah, our Josie went down to the Hoe with Louis and Ray. They said that was good, but the Menheniot, so you get two in, don't you? Because you get the Menheniot one, and I think the weather might be better this Saturday as well.
Yeah, it was a bit nippy. I mean, the
good.
cold is definitely coming in. I've noticed that. Definitely noticed that.
But we have a gunpowder, treason, and SWAT.
Good, like that.
The Guy Fawkes quiz, and we have the answers. Now, I was criticised last week for reading the quiz too quickly.
Really?
So you can do the quiz this week, Leo, because clearly you are the quizmeister. I'll withhold the answers in this lovely envelope here. We'll have a quiz, and then after we've had the quiz, we'll play our this week's new music track whilst we cogitate on what the quiz answer is going to be. So, I just kicked my microphones down there. So everybody out there, brace yourselves, strap yourselves in, get a pen, a pencil, a piece of paper, an iPod, or whatever you want to do, or just literally tattoo it on your arm. Let's
responded well to that tattoo on the arm there.
For some answers. Hang on a minute, I've just had a honky honk come in.
Yeah. Messages flying in everywhere.
This is Neil. I totally missed the first TrakLink. What was it? Yes. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink underneath there as well. That's something I've got to keep under my hat. I haven't got one on. Right. Andrea. First TrakLink was The Bangles, Hazy Shade of Winter.
Yeah.
So The Bangles is the band, obviously, and Hazy Shade of Winter is the tune.
Yeah.
So there you go. So let's have Rufus Periwinkle's quiz, Leo. I'm hoping this is literally going to be, when is Guy Fawkes night? What houses were they trying to blow up? What's Guy Fawkes' second name? Because I normally get one.
Yeah.
So here we go.
I'm probably going to do horrendously badly at this one.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay, question 1. In which year was the failed gunpowder plot?
Oh, Crivens and heavens to Betsy. Now, I was in a pub with Siege only a few weeks ago at the... we were having a buckcum, in fact. It's a local pub to Siege, and we'd gone round to have a pint of buckcum.
There's nothing like meeting up with your mate for a tasty buckcum, is it?
No. And it's the Guy Fawkes pub, and it's got a plaque in there, and it says Guy Fawkes, and all of the Bill Bonfire, Phil Firework, they all met up in this pub to plan the gunpowder plot, which happened on and I can see there was a date, and I've completely forgotten, so I'm going to have a guess at that.
Yeah, but I'm blank on this one. Like, I was going to say, like,
we follow the pub as well now, the Hadley Bowling Green. Hello to the guys at the Hadley Bowling Green.
I don't know if it's a bit like more recent than that.
Okay,
but I don't know. I'll embarrass myself and say something like 1786.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And probably not. Like, I'm not well versed on the background. I know of Guido Fawkes, obviously, but like,
what was the poem?
Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. Something else, and rubber da bubba da bub.
And there once was a lady from Ealing. No, right, that's completely right. Number 2.
Just quite revealing. Question number 2. The plotters put 36 barrels of gunpowder in cellars under the Houses of Parliament in a plan to assassinate which monarch?
I think it's that one.
Yeah, again, I'm
okay.
I want to say William.
Okay, we'll say it then.
Yeah.
William the what, though?
No, so I'm probably way off on this one. This is going to be a big
okay, this is quite difficult, isn't it? But question number 3.
Who is the leader of the gunpowder plot? Yeah.
Do you reckon the same as me?
Guido Fawkes, yeah.
Got to be, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Unless that's a false one and Bill Bonfire was actually in charge.
Yeah, it's actually the Prime Minister.
Yeah. Okay.
Backhand on that.
Question numero 4. You didn't know I was bilingual, did you?
Yeah, I hear a cunning linguist. Question number 4. Which gingerbread cake, traditionally made with oatmeal and black treacle, is associated with Guy Fawkes Night?
Which what?
Gingerbread cake, traditionally made with oatmeal and black treacle, is associated with Guy Fawkes Night.
Is it? Is it something like that? Treacle.
It's a gingerbread cake, apparently.
Oh yeah, maybe not that then. Okay, is it a gingerbread man then?
Wait, is it?
You don't make them
something like Liebkirchen, something similar to Liebkirchen. I don't know why it would be being like British.
I don't know. Okay, like, question number 5.
I'm going to say something like Liebkirchen.
Okay, I can't spell that. Liebkirchen.
Yeah, Liebkirchen.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Question number 5. To commemorate the discovery of the plot, the monarch had a medal created picturing a snake hiding amongst flowers, in which Shakespeare played as the line, "Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it," make reference to this.
Oh. Do you think that?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're quite hard, Rufus.
Yes, those were pretty tough.
I thought they were supposed to be making them a bit easier for you and I.
Well,
let's have some answers in.
More just a testament to our poor general knowledge.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right.
Else.
To be fair.
Yeah.
That was a good quiz. They were good questions.
Yeah, good questions.
Yeah.
Thank you once again, Rufus.
Yeah. So whilst we're all thinking about those, we'll have our new music slot. Now, this is a band that I came across the other day, called Heinous Crimes.
Heinous Crimes, yes. Yep.
And the song is called Asperity. Now, to me, anybody out there who likes them, this is very Pixies, but it's got that kind of brilliant hook, very offbeat. I just got it as a total earworm and thought that's a great track for our new music slot. So this is Heinous Crimes and Asperity.
Yep.
See what you think, and then we'll be back with some answers to this infernal quiz.
Beautiful. Thank you very much there.
What a tune.
Yeah, that's a great track.
Super build, isn't it? A suggestion of guitar. Heinous Crimes, that for anybody just listening or listening again. And a track called Asperity. Check them out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all the usual platforms. Their other stuff, I would say, is just as good. Obviously, if you don't like it, then it's just as bad. But I think that's absolutely...
That was really good. Definitely very Pixies, but also like kind of feedery. It reminded me of Feeder towards
Buck Rogers.
the end there.
Great tune.
Well, yeah,
feeder.
I like Buck Rogers definitely, yeah, but I also like some of the more sort of hard, nasty stuff like they did as well. They did have a bit of a sort of grimy edge, like almost sort of paralleling the Thrashing Bumpkins, as I call them, Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah. Like there's some stuff by Feeder that I remember I was listening to. It's like very similar. Yeah.
There you go. We should play some Feeder.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe
I think I did play some Buck Rogers a while ago. Actually, yeah.
And the actual programme, Buck Rogers. Did you used to watch that?
Yeah, I love
Buck Rogers in the 21st century, so that would be now.
25th century.
Oh, is it the 25th
It's 25th century? Yeah.
Lycra still hasn't gone out then.
No, I mean, a fantastic show that. And I based the intro to Motion on the intro to that, where you have a circle in the middle and like the stuff going on in the background and the little logo and everything. So go check that out on vision.fluidrecords.co.uk. You'll see that. See what I'm saying.
And then they did Duck Dodgers, didn't they? The cartoon.
Yeah, well, actually, incidentally, like it's related very closely to Battlestar Galactica. Because a lot of the sets and the costumes and everything, and even the fighters, I think, they were all recycled from one to the other. I think Battlestar came first, and when that got brought to an end early, they just shipped all the stuff over to Buck Rogers and made that.
Was Battlestar Galactica the ones that had the robots and it was like Kit the car and the red light used to go across their visors?
Well, that's because it's produced by the same people. Stephen J. Cannell, I think, maybe, if my memory serves me correct.
Same people who did Knight Rider?
Yes, basically, the guy that made
Knight Rider. So he didn't
throw...
I'll put that on the front of a Trans Am.
That was it. Like the dude had this thing with cycling like red lights, like the Cylons. That's why they had them as scanners. And then when he came to making kit, he was like, "Yep, we'll have that as well."
And they used to fly those fighters, did they? That was shaped like an X, or was that Star Wars? Have I got confused now?
Now there you go. There was actually a lawsuit between Battlestar, I think it was, or was it Buck Rogers? Well, either one, because it's the same stuff basically, but it was between them and Star Wars.
And Airfix, maybe. Who built the models? and then the cotton company that used to dangle them through. That was Flash Gordon. Do you remember that back when it was black and white?
I've got it.
And that
I've actually got Flash Gordon.
Anyway, we've digressed.
Was it Flash Gordon Saves the Universe? I think it was called.
Ming the Merciless.
Yeah, look, I would highly advise anyone if you want to check that out. I think it was on Yesterday TV.
Oh no, this was years ago. It wasn't yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, but the channel, or is it Together TV? One of those on Freeview. They play it quite regularly. Check it out because it's amazing how almost identical it is to the 80s Queen soundtrack version.
Right, say that again. That it was on. It was on.
It was on either yesterday or
no. It wasn't on. It wasn't yesterday, Lee. It was years ago.
Right.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, no, good film. The original was really, really worth checking out because it is really, really similar.
It was the Flash. Who's the original Flash Gordon? And Ming the Merciless was very much like Genghis Khan, wasn't they?
Buster Crab.
That's it. And then who played him in the film with the Queen theme when they did Flash?
Damn, his name's gonna something Thompson. Wasn't
if anybody knows, send in the answer to who played Flash Gordon in the film, and you can win a car sticker. Right. Let's have some answers to the quiz, Leo, because I don't think I've done particularly well on this. And then we can go for our second TrakLink, and Claire's Inkling may move on to a suggestion. You're not coming down with that lurgy again, are you?
No,
we need Tipple of the week. That'll calm your throat down. We've got a great one this week.
Yeah. Actually, as we just quickly as we were talking about movies, I will finish off with saying I watched. Have you seen Metropolis? Fritz Lang's Metropolis?
No.
Watched that yesterday with Minnie Driver because obviously he's not too well at the moment either. Dude, watched through the whole 2-hour film. People go watch that film.
Metropolis, there you go.
Metropolis, fantastic.
I tell you what, we're basically a public service station, aren't we?
Well, it was made in 1927,
right?
In a sort of pre-peak Hollywood, Germany, basically, and is Weimar, Germany, as well. So absolutely fantastic. Sam J. Jones, thank you.
Thank you, Claire.
Sam J. Jones. Well,
Claire's won a car sticker.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll actually go to see Claire and Ian in December for a drink booze.
Excellent.
So I'll bring you a car sticker now, Claire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so
right.
Anyway,
answers to quiz.
It's a great film, and now the answers to the quiz.
Yes.
I'm cramming it in there where I can.
Said the bishop to the actress.
I heard that was evidence from Andrew. But anyway, in number one, question one was, in which year was the failed gunpowder plot?
You said Leo.
1786.
I said 1656.
You were closer. It's going to be like Bruce's Price is Right. It's
can we have a point for being whoever's closest?
Yeah,
Go on,
guess
then.
so. It's our quiz. 1605.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
Right. So we're both wrong, but
Crikey,
I was still out by 51 years. That's not very good, is it?
Way out. 107
And in
years.
that time and age, that was as long as you live. So, so I'm not. I won't have it right. Okay, question 2.
The plotters put 36 barrels of gunpowder in cellars under the Houses of Parliament in a plan to assassinate which monarch?
You put William, I put Charles II.
King James I.
We need some background quiz music. I've asked Siege to write some quiz music, and I'm seeing Siege this weekend, so I'll get that sorted as well.
Unfortunately, it seems like they were just about as accurate and successful in their assassination attempt of that monarch as the guy throwing eggs at Charles this week, who missed terribly.
Oh.
Dude, do some practice before you do that sort of thing.
I'll teach you to throw eggs, says Charles. He goes, I wish you would, because I keep
His
missing.
reaction was priceless. Charles was like, oh, look at egg, whatever, carry on. Don't care.
Brilliant.
Don't worry. It's like The Simpsons. Don't worry, folks. He'll get to help he needs. Dragged out and back, beaten senseless.
Right, question 3. We've got to have this one. Oh no, are we wrong?
You're exactly right with what you thought might be the case.
Okay.
Who was the leader of the gunpowder plot?
Guy Fawkes.
Robert Catesby.
Right, so we're both wrong on
Guy
that.
Fawkes was just the fool guy, the patsy, wasn't he?
Oh, a bit like the depository window guy.
Oswald. Harvey Lee Oswald.
Right,
Harvey
question
Oswald.
number 4.
Or Jack Ruby even as well.
Well, absolutely.
If you want to extend that. Right. Which gingerbread cake, traditionally made with oatmeal and black treacle, is associated with Guy Fawkes' name?
I've said malt loaf, which I don't think is right, and you said Lieberkitchen.
Liebkitchen.
Lieb-
Which is clearly not right. It's a German, Christmas confectionery.
Oh, like what's those biscuits that they have in Germany at Christmas with the white? No, with the white. It begins with an S. Claire, if you know.
Not Stollen.
Yes, Stollen cake.
Stollen.
Is it Stollen cake?
Yeah.
Is it that?
No.
Oh.
No, the answer is parking. Parking.
Parking
parking around is really.
Well, I was going to say they were in London, so then it went on to say parking around here is terrible.
Well, yeah, but
right.
Everyone's had a bit of parking in the last 75 years, haven't they?
Yeah, I like a cup of tea and a slice of parking. What the hell is parking? Well, it's clearly a
gingerbread cake made with oatmeal and black treacle. It actually kind of sounds sort of rough, but I might make
Is
it
like a
give
ship's
it go.
biscuit and probably full of maggots?
It might rhyme with a ship's biscuit. Okay, number 5.
Oh,
it certainly looked like
now
one,
we
anyway.
both said the same for this as well.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
Oh no, it's not Hamlet, is it?
Oh, I should know this one. My mum won't be happy. Sorry, mum. To commemorate the discovery of the plot, the monarch had a medal created picturing a snake hiding amongst flowers, in which Shakespeare play does the line "look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent unto it."
King
make reference
Lear.
to this. No. Now it's coming back to me. I believe it is in reference to Macbeth's wife, because it's from Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Yes. Look like the innocent flower.
I did think that was a bit obvious, Macbeth.
Yeah.
The Scottish play, as it's called. You're not allowed to say Macbeth if you're a lovey. It's bad luck.
We're not in a theatre.
It's like
It's only
I don't
in
have
the theatre.
theatrical leanings. Yeah, but if we talk about you're not allowed to say good luck. You have to say break a leg. And you're not allowed to say Macbeth, you have to say the Scottish play. Well, Rufus Periwinkle, if you're listening, you'll be very, very chuffed to know that you completely outfoxed us this week, which I have to say isn't difficult.
Yeah, I think I absolutely got 0 as I expected.
And I got 0 as well. So if anybody's done better than 0, please let us know. We're now going to play track number 2 of the TrakLink. The first one was the Bangles, Hazy Shade of Winter. The second one is the Lemonheads with Mrs. Robinson. Claire reckons she's got it.
Yeah.
Don't give it to us. Leo's just had it.
Yeah, please. Yeah. God, jeez.
Don't give it away now. Don't give it away. You give it away.
You
That
give
was
it-
a
no,
TrakLink
like I
a
said.
few weeks ago, wasn't it? On
Yes,
episode 16.
Well, actually, it's come up twice. It came up twice in TrakLink. It came up the other week with the Chili Peppers version.
It did.
It also came up with our Busta Rhymes version.
It did.
Remember?
We must be massive Chili Pepper fans when they were good.
When they were good.
We have
yes,
to put that
indeed.
codicil on at the end.
It's a shame, really, isn't it? Like some bands should just stop. Some bands should just stop.
Yeah, they don't know when to stop.
Although
apparently their new album's supposed to be really good. Chili Peppers, so prove us wrong.
I'll take that under considerable advisement. Like, to be honest, like I was watching some really early stuff from them actually, and they didn't start good. They got better, and then they just went off the cliff.
Went back to their roots.
I guess, yeah.
Now, Leo, it's time for
Tipple of the Week.
And this week, provided by Andrea, is Salvage Cider. We have Salvage Cider Dry Clear, Salvage Cider Dry Cloudy, and it's all the way from Glastonbury.
Oh, lovely.
The home of good music, allegedly. Well,
I don't know. That's debatable in recent years,
isn't
it? Yes. Like,
now,
I'm not paying the money they're asking for that these days either. Come on.
Oh, come on! Kanye West's fantastic rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody has got to be worth the ticket.
Don't
alone,
forget, he was on the medication during that time. You haven't heard about?
No, I just heard.
Shout out to Ye with his self-destructive career-ending commentary this last week. Yeah.
Now. Bloody hell, this is 6.5%.
Oh my god.
Hang on a minute.
You try to knock a sentence.
They're both 6.5%. This will sort your cold out.
Is this going to be like a Scrumpy? Is this going to be like a fat
Is it going to be farmy? I don't know. Now it says it's from the old pottery, Northload Bridge, Glastonbury in Somerset. And it is, as I say, salvage cider. Now, there's not any tasting notes on it, which is worrying.
Well, yeah. Maybe they don't go in for any of that high class stuff. This is Glastonbury after all.
Do you want one of them Glasto ciders there, young man?
I certainly say yeah.
I wouldn't have one of those before you go watching that their band there, because you won't remember what they sound like after you've had a couple of these.
You take me back to I went to Glastonbury once.
Anybody listening in Glastonbury or Pilton, obviously we're not trying to be offensive.
Shout out to like the Pilton crew. They know how to get money's worth out of Glastonbury. Like they've got like the most secure village on the face of this planet. They keep like making more demands every year. But no, I was at Glastonbury with my brother and sister once, right? It's the only time I went with them, and no matter how much I warned my sister, because we were going to see Lamb as the first band, like, don't get too drunk on this lovely hot day before going to see Lamb, the first band, because you know they got some sick bass. She didn't listen. Sure enough, they come out, play the first note, and boom, down she goes. She's too drunk. He got her the bass hit, and she went straight down like a sack of potatoes.
Brilliant. Leo, do you want to kick off with cloudy or clear?
Let's go with the cloudy first, I think.
Okay, do you want to open this one and see what it sounds like? 'Cause if it doesn't do any fizz at all, we'll know it's a good flat farm cider.
Let's see whether it gives us a nice throaty one like Isaac Hayes at Glastonbury.
Or is it more like the Wurzels?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I like the Wurzels. They're pretty good. I was going to say more like Rod Stewart. It was just kind of creepy and wheezy. Let's have a little look-see.
Hang on, let's kill Siege.
Kill Siege, yep. And here we go. Let's have a little taste on this.
Oh, there's a suggestion of effervescent. Oh, shit!
Yeah, there's a suggestion.
We've gone...
It's just expressed itself all over me.
Leo is now covered in salvage cider.
Isn't it funny how this is the second time this has happened to me in the last couple of weeks? You remember at your gig at the Albion?
Right.
I went and it's so funny.
I don't know why I'm now struck a pose of like
your engineer was watching me at the time as well, and I could tell she was as well, like out the corner of my eye, because I was taking a photo of you guys. And I had my pint in front of me. Yeah. And I could see her out the corner of my eyes looking at it like, I know what's going to happen. And I turned around just as I knocked it over all over myself. So
that was super effervescent.
Yeah.
That jumper needs to go in the wash.
Yeah, finally. Finally, this jumper needs to go in the wash.
Right.
I'm actually...
That's got a...
Well, you can definitely smell it, yeah, because it's all over me.
That's got some legs already, and we haven't even got it out of the bottle. It's climbing out of the bottle.
I'm so glad I arranged the studio the way I did to avoid splash damage. I've learnt my lesson in previous years.
Dad, it looks like apple
It does look like apple juice. So, ladies and gentlemen, a little mini driver offering his review on this.
I don't think it's
well.
going to taste like apple juice. I think it might.
It looks like apple juice.
Yeah, but this is it's quite orangey, isn't it? Actually, it's got a very sort of.
Has it got a
tart
nose?
apple.
Has it got a nose on it?
Well,
I bet this is going to This is going to run around the mouth.
Yeah,
Not roam. This is going to shoot straight to your tonsils and
There's
start
actually
using it like a punch bag. That ting at the back of your
there
throat.
is a real definite sort of alcohol ting to this one.
I could.
Does it taste nice?
Yeah, yes.
Does it taste nice?
I think we might need mini driver in more often for these.
I'm going to go in. I'm going in.
Yeah, go in. I'll just top it up a little bit, but
That's definitely. To be absolutely honest, that is probably a good stand-up, proper, honest cider, isn't it? It's clearly not tampered with.
Okay, so this is very reminiscent of Black Rat.
I quite like it.
My Bristol crew, Black Rat. Kai would know this. If he gets down St Michael's Road, there's a pub down there. They serve Black Rat. This is very much like that, but this has actually got a fizz to it. It does have a.
It is fizzy, which I think is overriding that whole. If it was flat, I don't think it would be as good. I think the effervescence is giving it a. Be interesting to see also if the clear tastes the same, or whether the clear's got a different kind of style. And how they must filter the clear. Obviously, I'm presuming they filter the clear a lot more to filter out the cloudiness.
Yeah.
What would you think, Leo, would be the difference between cloudy and clear? What's the tasting difference?
A more tart taste from the cloudy one. I don't think it's necessarily like a rule though. I think you can have quite weak cloudies as well. Certainly, I've had one before. Pardon me, I mentioned at Morwell Key. I picked up one my dad ended up cleaning the windows of his car with.
And then they just melted.
Yeah.
He's no longer got any windows in the car.
Mind you, I did just see one of those rickety wooden signs pointing to a farmhouse in the middle of a field saying cideria. I was like, hey, let's
was
go
it
get some of
cider
that.
spelled with a Y?
Yeah, it was actually, yeah. I think it may even have been called like Oakhurst
Okay,
Farm,
well,
actually.
if I'm absolutely honest, I quite like that, and you can certainly
say
tell.
that is very good, and I would also give a serving suggestion with this, because people who like their Bulmers and their Magners, get one of these instead, jam some ice in it, but also a slice of lemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, chucking in a slice of lemon. This, I'm going to guess this is going to do the same as Black Rat does, where it goes even more orange when you put a lemon in there. I'd say, is this possibly from red apples, I'm guessing?
And what makes it cloudy? Is it they leave more of the skin on the apple?
Pulp. More the pulp.
Right, more
yeah,
the pulp.
It's not clarified.
And then they
do
clarify
correct me if I'm
it.
wrong out there, people. I'm just going from memory here, but yeah.
TrakLink also, whilst we're just talking here, Claire said I could show off, and I reckon I even know the last song you're going to play.
Yeah, well,
and then
at it,
I don't think you are, Claire, because if you say he should have been shot, I'm not considering that he should have been shot. So
hold on,
we might be talking at loggerheads.
Yeah,
there.
I know I might have missed where we were with that.
Anyway, whilst we're imbibing, we do try and be cultural and musical on this show. So here's a quick quiz question. Glastonbury, first Glastonbury apparently was 1970. Who headlined the first Glastonbury? I'm going to play them in a second. Oh, that was Kanye that should have been shot.
Oh,
You're
right,
quite
yeah,
right. He should have been shot. Absolutely. Still time.
Don't worry, he's doing it to himself.
T-Rex headlined the first Glastonbury.
T-Rex?
Yeah,
really,
and it was in 1970. And tickets, Leo, cost £1.
Yeah. It was a nominal fee. It was
Yeah.
a nominal fee just to like be above board, I believe. It
was the very first Glasgow, 1970, £1. It was called the Pilton Festival, and Mark Bolan arrived in a velvet-covered Buick. Of course he did. Of course he did.
Really?
Yeah, And according to legend, when Michael Eavis, who's obviously the owner of Pilton Farm where they do it, stroked his car, Bolan barked, "Don't touch my car, man." To Michael Eavis.
He was stroking his fuzz, was he?
He was stroking his Buick. So while we're having a
Stroking
And
the
that's-
fuzz on
that's-
his Buick,
that's-
I'm sure this.
let's have a bit of T-Rex. Bit of Dermot Kennedy there as well with
fantastic.
Power Over Me. We went for a double tracker there because this side has got some strength to it as well, hasn't it?
It's definitely
very
got the
nice
kicker.
though.
Yeah, very good. I'm very impressed with this, and I just had a little look. See, they have an Instagram, and it's apparently like from their very own orchard. Are you handing me another one of these to
We're going to go
explode
for
all
the
over
clear
myself?
one now, which you said, Leo, because they filter it will taste, what did you say, crisper or sharper?
Probably less bottom end. I'm going to take a guess at. It'd be less.
Sounds like my drumming.
No, you got plenty of bottom end on your bass drum. I'm not worried about that. Like
Right.
mixing the rock project earlier today is maybe a little too much.
Before you open that, I just want to say here, Leo, just also slewing up back to TrakLink, Claire said she thinks she knows what the track list is.
Yeah.
She's texted me and she's got the TrakLink correct and also got the exact track that I'm going to play for the
Yeah.
third track list. So well done, Claire.
Well done,
That's got to be
indeed.
worth a car. I might even take Ian a car sticker now as well for his car.
Take a whole marketing pack.
Well, Ian and Claire did have a marketing pack when the Moorsin
yeah.
played down at the band club
Yep.
in St Austell. I gave Ian all the cards and flyers and everything for Phluid FM, and they've dished them all out.
Fantastic.
So in St
Thank you
Austell,
very
we're very
much.
well known. Maybe that's where those 2,000 views are coming from.
Yeah,
We've got a massive St Austell following.
Yeah. God, I have to go down and meet them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's
so-
go. This is the
I'm
second.
going to try and do this quickly.
Do you want to do it do it over a glass?
Yeah, I'm going to
Mind you, it's soap now. Anyway, it makes no difference.
It doesn't really matter. Here we go. Hold on. I'll kill seeds for a second. And hold on a second. Here we go. Kill seeds. Hold on.
It's going. And it's
in the
Whoa!
glass,
It's like
yeah.
you've just poured it all over yourself as well. It's like
We're
Vesuvius.
almost there. Okay.
They're
Yeah,
feisty.
no,
Now
they are
they've
very
been
feisty.
still. They've been standing.
Jesus Christ.
They've been vertical as I carried them around, and then they've been standing in here
Whoa.
for an hour. So anybody going out to purchase a salvage cider,
Yeah.
do be careful. They are a little bit explosive pops.
Do you think these are? These can't be bottle. No, they're not bottle conditioned. There's no sediment. But boy,
No,
like
that's what I
that
thought
is-
because I lay them down and I thought, oh no, maybe I'll stand them up. But do you know what? As you pour this through the light, it's got a definite pink to it from those red skins of the apples.
wonder if it's,
look, it's got pink in it.
Is it Pink Lady's apples, possibly?
Don't know.
Let's have a little taste of that. Oh, where's Siege? Siege is back.
Oh, now if anything, I prefer that one. It is a cleaner flavour. I do prefer that.
Yeah, that one is definitely
Yeah.
sharper. It's definitely got like a sharper sort of. Again, I can't help but
Very similar taste.
Yeah, but I can't help but refer to it in audio terms. It's got a lot more mid-range in this one rather than that sort of warm bassy end.
Yeah.
on the previous one. This one's got like a higher
I
range.
think I'm very much not mistaken. There's a bit of apple peel in there.
Yeah.
My God, this is straight off the farm, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not bad. It's definitely like I say tartar. It's got more of a sort of sour edge to it.
It's got a very similar nose. I like it. Nice find.
Yeah, I
Fair up in
imagine it
glass.
is-
I wonder if they do it on draft anywhere, whether they do put it into barrels as well.
Yeah, because these are both dries. They do medium and sweet, I believe.
I prefer
as
a
I saw
dry.
on their Instagram.
Sweet's a bit on your teeth, isn't it?
You know, one thing I really miss, woodpecker. I know that sounds terrible, but back in the day, on a hot summer's day, as the sun's just starting to set, a lovely salad in the garden with a woodpecker, bit of ham
Do they not
and
make
baguette.
woodpecker anymore?
I can't find it anywhere. They might well do, but I can't seem to
That
find
was
it
like
anywhere.
pop, wasn't it? I remember this is a story going back along. As my wife Andrea and my brother-in-law Giles were growing up, and it was my mother-in-law Pat was their mum. Apparently, I'll probably get this story slightly wrong, but what she'd done is she'd gone to the shop, and I mean Giles and Andrea at this point were like 10, 8, 10, whatever, and gone and got them some apple juice. And then wondered why they were getting sillier and sillier during the day. And somebody had pointed out that she'd actually bought woodpecker and she didn't realise that it was alcoholic.
Oh,
she just thought
wow.
she'd got them some apple juice
Wow.
for these kids.
Yeah.
And then they'd gone through because it used to just come in that 2-litre plastic bottle, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, so they drunk their way through the woodpecker thinking it was blessed apple juice.
Ah,
Do you know what it's time for? Claire bloody Smarty Pants. And the third track link is Candle in the Wind by Elton John. No, it isn't actually. No, it's not, obviously.
No, I wouldn't let that again.
Oh, look, always welcome in the St Austell Massive.
Hey, excellent. Yeah, no, we'll have to take a roll down.
So, this is Leo, our third TrakLink. The first one was Hazy Shade of Wind. Oh, actually, the first one was Leo.
Hazy Shade of
Cider by the Bangles.
Yeah, cider, exactly. I've already started to deviate.
The second one was Leo.
Mrs. Robinson, that was it. So,
the Slice of Lemon Heads.
Yeah, Lemon
It's all gone very
Heads, that's it,
cidery.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
the third one,
does this to me every week.
as guessed by Claire, is The Disturbed with the Sound of Silence.
Awesome.
Quite right, Claire. It is a banger as
is a
well,
banger, yeah.
isn't it? We've had a couple of guesses. Dawn Lee, Wal, is it Simon and Garfunkel?
Good
I don't
guess.
know. Are you telling us or are you asking us? Oh, she's asking us because it's a question mark.
Well, yeah.
Well, it very well might be. I mean, they are one of the greatest singer-songwriter duos of all time, as far as I'm concerned. And that's just my opinion.
They're one of those ones as
maybe.
well where, the originals are great, but like people covering them tend to cover them really well a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
Well, they're well-written songs, aren't they? That's
Yeah.
why you can do a great cover of a Simon and Garfunkel
Well-
tune. If indeed Simon and Garfunkel covers is the TrakLink.
Or is it? Is it actually only just good enough? Because if it's too good, you can, like Bohemian Rhapsody. No point in covering that.
Yeah, Kanye, take heed.
Who is that absolute joker rapper that did a All Along the Watchtower tune,
dear.
where they took a sample of Hendrix playing
Mind you,
it?
All Along the Watchtower's not a Hendrix original, is it? I think
It's Bob
that's
Dylan.
Yeah, there
and,
you go.
And again, one of those cases of Bob Dylan where like someone else actually made a much better version of that tune, because the original All Along the Watchtower is fairly unlistenable. Unless you're around a campfire outside Berkeley University or something like.
Right.
Yeah. It's a real sort of college rock one. Like.
Long the Watchtower. We haven't
Well,
played any
that's-
Hendrix on the show.
Yeah,
It's
that's
one
a
of
good
Chris's
point.
favourite artists, Jimi Hendrix.
I should get back into practicing now. That was my GCSE music practical exam.
What, All Along the Watchtower?
Yeah.
So they set the bar quite high then?
No, I said it to myself.
Oh, right.
I wanted
Oh,
to learn
okay.
it myself, so I
What
got a
we've got to
Hendrix
do,
tab
Leo,
book.
is can you get a bit of a rhythm out the tambourine? Better than that, sir. I've decided I'm going to learn All Along the Watchtower by Hendrix.
Wow.
Wow.
I did pretty well in that. I did get a pretty good grade for it. But I also had a pretty good band behind me as well. It was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite tunes. It's one of those ones where whenever it's basically my stairway to heaven. This is one of the good things. Like I say, any guitar shop, the first thing I'm going to play is All Along the Watchtower, and no one actually complains. So yeah.
Sometimes when we're at band practice, Charlie will go off on a bit of a Hendrix, and I just love to play the beat. It's that big open drum sound as well, which is beyond my capabilities, but I like to give it the best shot that I can, just to keep Charlie happy.
To be fair, I don't think it's beyond your abilities. It's just the sound. Yeah,
Well,
it's going to be again one of those reduced mic setups, like 3 mic setup or something.
Yeah.
And just
Well,
like
at that time,
dirty, distorted sort of sound, you know.
Now, do you know what I've done recently? A couple of times. I went on the bus.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I like using public transport occasionally. If I know where it's going, if I know where to get on, if I know where to get off.
It's kind of hard around here because they keep changing the bus routes all the time.
The train is easy from Discard, isn't it? It's on the hour every hour, Penzance or London, and take your pick and anywhere in between. But my car went in to get its brakes done, and then the clutch went, so I had to get the bus to work.
Yep.
And the other day I had to get the bus back from work, and it goes on a beautiful up through Common Moor, to right and across the moors and everything. And it was a kind of drizzly, dark morning, and then it gradually got lighter, and it was still raining, and I was looking out the windows and I could see the moors, and it just reminded me of this song, which is absolutely fantastic, and it is starts off, it's about a bus ride, and it's New Model Army. Green and
Who would have guessed it?
Green and grey, but it is just such a beautiful song. It's the late great Rob Heaton, my drum hero, on drums, and it did. I was on the bus, and I thought, yeah, the time I think most clearly, the time I drift away, is on the bus ride that meanders up these valleys of green and grey. And I was going to play it last week, and you were ill, and I thought, you know what, I'm commuting it over to this week because I caught the bus again to come home. So we're going to have a little bit of NMA, Green and Grey, beautiful song.
Cool. Good stuff.
Oh, epic stuff. Epic stuff.
Therapeutic.
Controversial in the chat room, Leo. Controversial in the chat room.
Well, yes, that was Claire saying, talking about covers, I think the Hearts version of Stairway to Heaven is better than Led Zeppelin's. I don't know, like, I think
Heart? Is that Heart as in the girl band Heart, you mean? The rock band?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I can totally believe that. Led Zeppelin might be slightly overrated. You never know.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll play out tonight on Heart's version of Stairway to Heaven, and we'll decide for ourselves whether it's any ruddy better than Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I don't know. Led Zeppelin one's great, but like, I don't know.
I'll search for that now, Leo, while you're chatting.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and reminding people where they can do their Christmas shopping.
Exactly, because like I like how you dropped that in there, catching me off guard. But no, if you do want to do some Christmas shopping, our merch store is available at fluidrecords.co.uk/merch. It's all hoodies, t-shirts, baseball caps, and it's all produced locally. We have local providers. And it does help us keep things running here. So if you do want to support us, obviously like, share, subscribe, comment. But if you want to go that little bit extra, and I know it's coming up to Christmas, I know money's tight, but if any of you do fancy keeping warm in that winter weather, we got plenty of awesome accoutrement for your delectable delectation is what I was actually looking for there. So yeah, check it out at fluidrecords.co.uk.
It's sartorial eye candy, Leo, is what it is.
Yes, yeah, I guess so. I'll have to try and get ourselves a little Christmas banner for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've already had quite a few people getting theirs. So massive thanks to all of you. You've seen them scrolling past on our music break screen.
We need some more people getting them though. I tell you what, I've got this hoodie, and you've got your hoodie on now, which is going in the wash because it's covered in cider.
Yeah.
And they are super comfy.
They are super
snug and super warm.
Yeah, they're really great.
They're a 3.5 tog.
Yes, indeed. And they come in several colours. Obviously, I'm wearing the purple berry, and you've got the OG Junglist, and we also have Crimson Vision in a nice burgundy and gold. And also the head candy as well, and also Flu Blue, which Dominic
what's mine called?
A few weeks ago. Yours is the OG Junglist.
My neighbour Nick the other day, she came around. She said, "Oh, it's like the Springboks colours, the South African team, obviously." Same way. Next week we're going to do movie week with Scarlett Van Crasher Brooks. Van Crasher. My daughter Josie's actually typing as we speak. Is a film that I wouldn't suggest watching, as it's hella boring. Is The Good Nurse. So we won't be discussing The Good Nurse. It was 2 hours long, apparently, says Josie, and it wasn't gripping or anything. Okay. So there's a good film review by Josie. Normally Josie and I do kind of like the same sort of stuff as well. She's not a massive fan of horror. I think I told you I took her to the cinema to see Smile, and it scared her pooless. She said, I found it very boring, and I've seen better thrillers than that. So there you go. That's our film review of the week. I'm just going to ask, while people are logged in on the chat room, do you want to hear next song up? I mean, you don't get this on Radio 1, do you? Do you want to hear Outlaw by Cronjen? Do you want to hear Woman Lose Weight by Morcheeba? Would you like to hear Someone That I Used to Know by Guite?
Gotcha. Which I have an anecdote about that. I heard that tune in Greece about 5 years before it became massive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear Amsterdam by Nothing But Thieves? Do you want to hear Wildwood by Paul Weller? Or do you want to hear All I Want to Do by Sheryl Crow? There you go. There's a plethora.
Everyone in the chat room, give us a shout which one you want. I'm gonna go for Gotcha myself, because I actually did a version of that myself. Actually, I should release that at some point.
We should put some of your stuff into the playlist as well, because you've got loads of your own songs.
But yeah, no, I did do a nice version of that, and I should really release that. And also, Claire was saying the Hearts version of Stairway to Heaven was live at the Kennedy Centre. We've got Dawn Lee.
Dawn Lee says Morcheeba, please.
Okay.
And Claire is saying Can't Beat a Glockenspiel, which I guess is the Gotcha song as well.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, we'll play Woman Lose Weight, and we'll go straight into Gotcha as well. Then we've got Morcheeba. And we see, there you go.
Jobs are good.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's nice.
Here we go.
Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Have your friends collect your records and then change your number.
Great
Oh,
line,
two
man.
great songs.
Yeah.
Women Lose Weight More Cheaper. That is so funny if you listen to the words of that. And that gotcha, the words are brilliant.
Yeah,
as well.
and I say, like, I heard that in Greece, like, years before it was ever anything. It was a different arrangement as well, and it didn't have Kenya. It was, Kezia. Whatever her name was, sorry. I've forgotten her name.
I can tell you.
Kaya?
Oh, hang on, let me just get rid of
But
this.
yeah, it didn't have her on it, the original. It was just him.
I can't tell you because I've just deleted it.
Oh well. Yeah. But yeah.
But never mind.
It was quite funny hearing that turn up again, because I remember so well hearing it in Greece and being like, what the hell, this is just Bar Black Sheep. Fuck on. Yeah.
Bar Black.
Well, it is. That's Bar Black Sheep in there on the glockenspiel.
I guess.
You know, actually, for all the tinfoil hat wearers out there's some crazy dude out there, right, that claims that he's like an MK Ultra, like mind control guy.
Okay.
And they cloned him. Because he's just this genius at writing music, and he keeps on putting nursery rhymes in there, like, because, you know, it's something people can hold on to. And he actually wrote that tune.
Back in the days of punk, do you remember the skinhead movement, Oi? And they'd have the compilation albums, Oi Oi, That's Your Lot, blah, blah.
Yeah.
There was an artist, he was called Judge Dredd.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So he was, for some strange reason, he was a black guy, part of the skinhead culture, but he used to just do reggae stuff, and he used to do reggae nursery rhymes. If anybody's out there and they look up Judge Dredd, I mean, it's mental stuff, but
I've got some Judge Dredd on my hard drive, actually.
Strangely addictive. I don't know why.
Well, maybe there's something in it. Maybe that guy's MK Ultra clone is telling the truth. Maybe he did write all this stuff.
For Claire out there and for Dawn Lee, yes, the answer to TrakLink was all three of our tunes this evening were covers of the absolutely fantastic Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
Yes.
Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles. Lemonheads with Mrs. Robinson, and then the Disturbed with
you keep saying the Disturbed.
No, it's Disturbed.
It's Disturbed.
Yeah. Disturbed, as in Foo Fighters, and people say the Foo Fighters. It's not a good look. Yeah, Disturbed.
You know, actually, I've got a funny anecdote about that. Chester
We'll have to wait till next week. No, it won't. I'm just joking.
Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, God rest his soul. He and the lead singer of Disturbed, like, apparently there's a little bit of friction between them at one point, but it's dispelled when they're both playing at the same concert. And lead singer of Dispelled was like standing there just mouthing off backstage. It's like, oh man, that Linkin Park, I mean, all he does is scream. It's just like, and Chester was walking past, and just as he walked past, he just turned around and went, oh, it's like, yep, okay, fair enough, fair dude.
Yeah.
It's like every Disturbed tune has an ooh in there, except that one.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good version.
We'll
so
have
yes,
to get 10,000 Fists on. I do like that too.
we will.
That's
We can have a look
absolute
at that for next week's playlist,
10,000
can't we?
Fists
So thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for listening. And in the
Yeah.
future, now, if we had a flux capacitor and achieved 85 miles an hour in my...
88. Stop getting Back to the Future wrong.
Is it
It's
88
miles an hour?
I'm sure it was 85, but I stand corrected.
I
like a
think it's
person in an
also
orthopaedic
88
shoe.
I think it matches with the 88 gigawatts. As they call it, gigawatts.
Well, if we could
instead of
achieve
gigawatts.
88 miles an hour in my Ford Transit with a flux capacitor, then we could move to next week and thank everybody who's going to watch it and listen to it again.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
What was that one? We're up to 100 views on episode 16, and we're wondering
Episode
what we
16,
talked
yeah,
about
like,
because
yeah.
it seems to have gone a bit viral, episode 16.
Like,
So if everybody out there could go onto the Wal of Paine show and listen to episode 16 again
Yeah.
and let us know what it's all about, we'd be up to 200 views, wouldn't we?
Because we can't remember this far on. So.
I can't remember what we were talking about, but a good mix of music tonight. As I say, we got lots coming up before we get to the end of the year and the end of what is season 2. As I say, we're going to have Jack Ryder back because he's a funny guy. We'll talk about Christmas in Liskeard with his bookshop. We can get John Puckey, the independent filmmaker, on. We've got Scarlett coming on. We've got Kai Benjamin coming on. We got all sorts coming on, and we got all sorts going on.
We got Andy Quick coming up this weekend as well. Don't forget that. Saturday 7 p.m. we will be premiering, if I can say it correctly.
It's that cider. That cider was pretty nice though.
Yeah,
I can feel. I'd like another one of those now.
Yeah,
I've got my eye in on that now,
isn't it? It's tasty. It's
unfortunately, which would be a bad move if you were out on a session of that. I have got my eye in on that cider.
Yeah,
and it's 6.5.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, like Saturday. Yeah, don't forget 7 p.m. Andy Quick live at the Box. 55 minutes of an intimate performance and interview with the Andy Quick band. And also it gives me that little time and towards the end of the show here to say, please don't forget to check out fm.fluidrecords.co.uk and vision.fluidrecords.co.uk, where you'll find all of our previous shows on demand, anytime, anywhere, any device, 24/7. And I am hoping to have the live stream 24/7 up and running pretty soon. Hopefully, actually, possibly after the Andy Quick show, you might be able to just watch straight on through. Fingers crossed I'm not too ill to get that implemented. But yeah, also, don't forget to feed the head of algorithm. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. Particularly with the subscribe, hit that little red button, hit that little bell, and you'll be notified of all of our new uploads. Check out our new handle at YouTube, youtube.com/@Phluid Vision. And I think that's all of them.
And next week is going to be movie night, where we're joined with Scarlett. For all those people, Leo, wanting to get ahead of the game and send us their favourite tunes from the movies, where is the best place to send that to? Which email address would that be?
It would be studio@fluidrecords.co.uk. Send them on through to us if you've got any requests, or if you just want to give us a shout out. If you're an independent musician, because we are the home of original new music, send it on through. We will happily play it, or even maybe bring you onto the show, or even come down and record one of your gigs, because that's the sort of stuff we do, isn't it?
This gentleman sitting next to me has been the home of original music, not necessarily in the West Country, but in Bristol and London, if you've heard of those places, since 2001.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are working with the Rock Project quite closely, and Leo's mixing one of their cover versions of Foo Fighters' track, which is outstanding.
It is.
I was going to say, not even considering that the age of the students is 11 to 15. It's outstanding anyway if you're a bloody adult, you know?
Yeah.
I challenged the young drummer to a drum off, and after I'd heard him play Foo Fighters, he said, "Do you still want that drum off?" I said, "No, I don't."
Nah, you're right, thanks. It's all good. Yeah. Nice.
And we're going to end tonight with Claire's choice of Heart, Stairway to Heaven. Also, email us in if you think this is better than Led Zeppelin's original. We'd be keen to hear it. So, Toodle Pip, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening in the future. This is Heart and Stairway to Heaven.
Good night.